Hey everyone, I asked Vader-sama to send me an updated replay for the Ryujo in Killer Whale, as with patch 0.8.2, there has now been anti-air added to the forts, which makes the previous replay somewhat irrelevant, and you have to take some different pathing. Now if you'll see his route, he is heading in a direction to avoid the forts now. In the older RTS carriers, you would do basically the same route as this, and you basically have to do the same thing now. Now let's pause there. Why did he miss that? Apparently there's something we just learned, as this was probably his last game, I think he told me, before the end of the day before switching operations. And what we learned was, if no ship is spotted, on your team, by anything, forts, anything, the ships in the harbor will not start moving. And that's why he missed.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
And of course, once you clear the entrance forts, the aircraft carrier has some more freedom to move around. Now one thing you'll notice, he's cleared out the southern entrance for the most part, so his teammates are able to go in. While it may be possible to do so with some clearing, I would still not recommend going in the southern entrance at the beginning. That's a very easy way to take a lot of damage. Now, there's one thing to keep in mind. You see, his teammates are starting to wander all the way to the very inside of the base, and being all cruisers and battleships, especially with a couple of the battleships leading. That's something you want to, in general, avoid doing, as it makes it very slow to exit and counter the incoming waves when needed. And they just spawned because it just hit 12 minutes. And you can see where everyone's positioned. When I'm playing with my normal group, we're usually headed for the exit right now. Of course, there's one benefit. With nobody spotting, you can easily just come out here and torpedo the V-25 as it has not moved yet.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Now with that destroyer sunk, his next target is not the Kawachi, it's actually the Kolberg, because the Kolberg has been wandering south while his teammates have been slow to go north. And this is what he's doing to counter Kolberg from going into the base area, entering the haven, so you don't lose a star. Because you can see the Kolberg, I'm pretty sure if it hits the D line, you're going to lose a star. And this is the perfect way to turn it around and prevent that. Here, you can see the A from the fort shooting at him. Now the next critical target is the Waitake. It is approaching the haven, just like the Kolberg was. And he's got to counter it, otherwise he'll lose a star here as well. I'm gonna pause here for a second. Look at the time. 7:15. By now, first wave and second wave have spawned. Since the Kohlberg already spawned, the Kaiser already spawned, and everyone on this team is still inside the base. Normally, when you see a game with myself and my division mates, we're all out here hunting the waves. It's very important to be proactive rather than reactive, no matter which game mode you're playing. My guess for that drop is he's basically trying to turn the V-170 away to allow his teammates to exit. And he's talked about how difficult destroyers can be to hit once they start moving. I'd say this is a pretty good illustration of it. At this point, they have one more ship left to sink to get all 5 stars. The Dono, the Ishizuchi. With the destroyer cleared, his teammates should be able to exit along with himself. Now the problem is getting there, as there's about 3.5 minutes left, and he still has to finish the Ishizuchi.
Enemy battleship sunk.
Now, if you're a slow battleship in this case, you shouldn't be going back inside the base to keep yourself safe. You have too many ships too far away from the exit. If you can't make it to the exit, you should definitely think about getting yourself sunk. And of course, here, the Huang He has smoked himself, looking to damage farm. That's also a dangerous prospect of losing, as there's about 1 minute 40 seconds remaining. And now as the time ticks down, it's a race to get to the exit. And what should have been really easy seems very difficult now. Now he finishes for 5 stars with 2 seconds remaining. If you're playing Killer Whale, keep in mind how you win and don't linger, especially if you're playing with random pickup teams. And don't be the guy. Hang around with possibly causing a loss, whether you're trying to farm damage or unnecessarily keep yourself alive. I hope you enjoyed this. Vader did a really good job of trying to win with, you could say, probably less than optimal teammates. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.